Welcome. It's Josh Goldstein, your favorite immigration lawyer, coming at you today. And I want to welcome everybody. And if you don't know me, well, first of all, the topic today, we are talking about mandamus lawsuits, how long you have to wait before filing a mandamus lawsuit. Before we get to that, what is a mandamus lawsuit? So if you've applied for a green card, a visa, citizenship, or any other type of immigration benefit, you hope that the case gets processed within a reasonable period of time. But what happens if it doesn't? We've had clients who have gone to their visa interviews and then weeks go by, months go by. They just appear to be stuck. And when you get stuck, at first you don't really know what to do. You call them, you email them, you reach out to a congressional rep or a senator, you do all this stuff. But what happens when that doesn't work? At some point, you become so frustrated that you just go out and sue them. And that's what I did. The first case that I ever did. But before we get to that, if you don't know me, my name is Josh Goldstein, and I'm an immigration lawyer. I'd like to welcome everybody who's new, who hasn't been here before. If you haven't seen my content or you don't know who I am, I'm an immigration lawyer. I've been doing immigration law for more than 20 years. This is what I do. It's my passion in life. Um, I have I do everything I can to try to help you reach your immigration goals, try to inspire you so that you know that you can get there. You can do it. Hold on, Herbalife shared this live. I appreciate that. And if you like or share this, that helps me because it'll allow me to reach more people and get my message out a little more. We are live today on Instagram. We are live on TikTok. We're live in Facebook. We're live in our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group where we talk about visa delay issues. We're also live on YouTube and X or Twitter. And I invite you to post your comments here. Oh, someone said I had beautiful eyes. Well, that's very kind of you. I would invite you to put your comments here, and I'll try to get to your comments as quickly as possible. Sometimes people post things, they're like, oh, you're not answering my question. You skip me. And it's hard because I'm just looking at my phone and there's a bunch of comments. Someone's from Chicago here. That's very good to know. So what is the deal with mandamus lawsuits? The basic point of a mandamus lawsuit is that you're suing immigration. And the gist of the lawsuit is that the delay in the processing of your case has been unreasonable. Okay, it's been unreasonable. What makes a delay unreasonable? How long is too long? We have someone from South Africa here, by the way. That's great. And Kenya, Chicago, everybody's in the house. How long is too long for a mandamus lawsuit? How long is too long? Well, first of all, you have my opinion about how long something should take. And then you have your opinion about how long something should take. But we have to think about this differently. How long would a federal judge say is too long? How long would a federal judge say is too long? And there are cases on this topic, and people debate it. It's a gray area. But in our office, we file lawsuits for all different types of cases. Investor visas, marriage-based visas, naturalization, work permits, visitor visas, E2 visas, O1, you name it. Go through the list of all the immigration cases, and we file lawsuits to challenge delays for all those things. The question that I have, though, or that I'm presenting today is, how long is long enough to wait in a mandamus case before you can file a lawsuit? And the answer depends on a lot of different factors. For example, we have people who are documentarily qualified. They've gotten their visa petition approved. They've gone through the NVC. They've done everything. They're documentarily qualified. They're just waiting for an interview. How long do they have to wait? Well, we changed it so that we don't file lawsuits until someone has waited for 18 months if they're waiting for an interview at the US consulate in Nairobi. So why do we do that? Is it because we want people to wait 18 months? No. We think everybody should get their interviews right away. The problem is that consulate, we made the change to wait 18 months based on the results from many, many similar cases. So it depends on the type of case you have. It depends on your situation. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Let me know. I'm going to take a few questions right now. Boris Krotsalov. One is pending 4.5 years. I think 4 years is unreasonable. What type of case do you have, Boris? But yes, whatever type of case you have, 4 years is unreasonable. Asylum. Yeah. Asylum is 3 years, 3 years. I mean, one of the things here we have somebody, Ibra81. I'm one of your clients. I have a delay lawsuit with your company. That's fantastic. How many visas are remaining? Any update? A Korean here. What's the fastest way to get a green card? I don't have money, but STEM achievement degree. Maybe the green card lottery for that person. I don't know if Korea qualifies. Any update on the motion filed from DHS till September 19th to lift the PIP stay? No, I don't have any update on that. Taha Romi, I filed a mandamus after waiting 16 months, and the defendants filed a motion to dismiss. What are the chances in your opinion? I think the chances are still good that you could get a good result. You have to fight back and file a response to the motion to dismiss. You have to challenge that. You have to be determined to win. H-1B visa 221G, how long should you wait? I'd say file a lawsuit after 4 to 6 months. Woodkanu Kachogo, you're doing a great job. Kudos. Thank you. Boris says, I filed mandamus. How looks like the process after giving the summons to the defenders based on mandamus for unreasonable asylum interview scheduling? Okay, so this gets into the mechanics of how you open a mandamus lawsuit. So the first thing you need to do is notify all the parties. This is an administrative thing that happens in the case. So we do that, and then at that point, they have 60 days to respond. At the end of the 60 days, they typically ask for an extension of time. At this point, we will be waiting for some action. So I'd say if everything goes well, we hope that you get your asylum interview within 6 months when you start the lawsuit. Probably 4 months, something like that. Here's someone, Haider Hassan. I dealt with Josh and he was good and trustworthy. I advise everyone to deal with him. I like that. Thank you. I'm going to pin that comment to the top. If USCIS found out about fraud marriage, what's the best thing to do after that? If you try to commit fraud, marriage fraud to get a green card, it's going to be very difficult for you to do anything else after that. Yeah, it's going to be very hard. Can a group of people do a lawsuit, mandamus together? It's possible. We don't do that. We haven't gotten good results with that, so we don't do that. Here's a question. I'm 33 years old, working in the U.S. on H-2B visa. My father's a U.S. citizen. However, I was told that I'm too old to file a green card. Is that true? I've been working in the U.S. for more than 8 years. Here's a good question from Zia Pisces. My wife, Sabrina, filed a lawsuit with your firm. Sakili got a motion to dismiss in July, but your team responded in August. We got an email that the hearing is in June of 2025. So I want to speak to this. That does not mean that you're going to be waiting till June 2025. That just means that a hearing was scheduled in the case, and we still hope that you're going to be getting a decision very soon. And so we even had a motion to dismiss that we lost. Like the judge ruled against us, and the visa was issued right after that. So I'm going to take that as a win, right? You're not looking to win in court. You're looking to win with immigration, right? Am I wrong? Here's a question from Tasnova Azad. What should we do if the embassy is taking too long to schedule the interview date for an IR1 case? So Tasnova, where is your what visa? What consulate are you trying to get your visa at? That would be my question. That would be my question. You're from Pakistan? I would say you're going to have to wait at least 1 year, but until you can file a lawsuit. If you're documentarily qualified, I would wait a year before filing. Obaku, I'm documentarily qualified August 23rd, 2024, IR1. When do I expect an interview date in Ghana? I would say 6 months to a year. 6 months to a year. The only wrinkle in this is the election. So if Donald Trump is elected president, when do you think you will get your interview? Open an office in Nairobi. I'm going to open an office in Nairobi. No, but I am going to open an office in Minneapolis, which is similar because there's a lot of Somali people who need help. The only word I know in Somali is Mahad Sanid. That's my favorite word. Syed Hosni, is your son's priority date current? I guess that would be a question. If you do pretrial diversion program, will there be a problem for adjustment of status? I guess that depends on what the nature of the offense was. If it was a drug offense, then you have a big problem. Mahad Sabid I thought it was Mahad Sanid. Maybe I got it wrong. Thank you is a beautiful word in any language, right? Martine says, my daughter's a U.S. citizen as is filed for me and my husband. However, we're stuck in the process because of proof of domicile. She lives in Canada with us and will move once our case is approved. Martine, you need to hire a lawyer, and I am a lawyer, so I could help you with this. You could book a consultation with our team. Domicile issue is important, and your daughter has to take steps to establish domicile, and we can help you do that. We can give you advice on that. Abdurrahim, I'm ready to help you in Nairobi. Just reach out to me and let's do it. Shanice says, hey, Josh, can I file a visitor visa? Waiting for an immigrant visa for my kids in Kenya. You could do that, but I think it's unlikely that they'd give you a visitor visa. I think it's unlikely. So many good questions today. Hey, Josh, how is it possible that a Netherlands citizen can relocate to the U.S.? The Netherlands is an amazing country. Why would you want to relocate from there to the U.S.? I would stay there, but no, that's my own personal opinion. I think everybody, as a professional, I think everybody should be able to live wherever they want to. So to answer your question, the way to immigrate to the U.S. is through employment, through petition filed by your employer, through the DV lottery, through asylum. You're not going to get asylum from the Netherlands, or through marriage or through a family case. Those are the main. Investment is the other one. So those are the same sort of buckets. Does that help? Parnell, Justin, Cepeda, Echiara. Hello. Please arrange more interviews for IR1, CR1 as per Congress has made clear that they wanted to. Yeah, I think there should be more interviews. I'm stuck for 2 years for an interview. That's horrible. They gave me 221G 5 months ago. I am an R1, and they gave me my passport back at the appointment. 876 Jamaica sent me a rose. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I think I answered your question about pretrial diversion. I'd love to know more about why you have pretrial diversion. What happened? Like, was it a drug offense? Was it for jaywalking? What happened? Let's see. Domestic violence case dismissed. I think, first of all, do not expunge the case. Don't try to seal the case. Don't try to remove it from your record. Get a court certified copy of the case. You should make sure that whatever the court asked you to do, make sure you've already done it and make sure that's complete. Because if it's not, if like it says you need to stay out of trouble until June of 2025, then USCIS is not going to approve it until then. Does that make sense? Do I provide pro bono immigration services to individuals abroad? We provide pro bono services on a very limited basis to people who are indigent and who have, very special humanitarian issues. But we also help people for free. So we do that by creating content. So if you're on our TikTok channel or YouTube, we have tons of information. I have a video on domicile that I walk through the whole thing, explain how it works, what you need to do. And that's tons of information that should be able to help you out, Martine. Maria Comola Felix says, now with I-131F filed and headed to biometrics appointment, what happens next? What happens next? I don't know. Not sure what you mean by that. Edith Tana says, for how long should I wait for an interview after the NVC, after submitting all the documents? How long should you wait? Well, you're waiting for your interview. I think the interview should take 6 to 8 months. But if it takes longer, then you have to ask yourself how long you want to give it before you can before filing the lawsuit. Parnell says, please give us the page and social media platform we can follow for any additional information we have. On TikTok and Instagram, I'm Josh is Immigration. Josh is Immigration. That's my handle on TikTok and Instagram. YouTube or Immigration Station is the name of our channel. So you can find me all over. I'm everywhere. You can find me everywhere. Is this helpful, you guys? I hope you're getting off. Is there a way to expedite the 601 waiver? You can file an expedite request. Those are usually denied, but it's free to do so. So why not give it a try? The other thing is, after a couple of years, after a while, if the I-601 is still stuck, we often file lawsuits to challenge the processing delay. So there's that. Hey, Josh, what document should I bring to my citizenship interview for marriage base? You should bring proof that your marriage relationship is genuine. IRS certified tax transcripts showing a joint married tax return, birth certificates from children, proof that you've been on a trip together, a lease or real estate documents showing that you own real estate and you live together, photos, proof that you've been on trips together. Bring your green card, your passport, any old green cards or old passports. Review your application. These are things you want to do for your citizenship interview. I hope that helps. Asma Mustif, you didn't answer my question. How long does it take at the Montreal consulate to send a stamped passport after asking to redo the interview? It should be pretty quick. It should be pretty quick. J Contime, what's the success rate for Mandamus and DS 5535 K1 after waiting 10 months? I think it would be successful. I think it'd be successful. Here's a question from Ali Kangaran Nifaranhani. I'm an airline captain. I got O1 approved from USCIS. I had an interview on the 31st of July. I'm born in Iran and have a Turkish passport. I've applied for a Turkish passport. The officer told me you're in AP. So what you should do is wait a few months. Let's say September, October, November. I would say if you're not approved by December, then we should consider filing a lawsuit at that point. Is applying for citizenship before turning 21 easier? No, I don't think your age has anything to do with it. You can apply it as soon as you turn 18. You can apply. It's possible. Here's Aisha Usman. Hey, sir, please explain. We get a congratulations letter at the time of the email. After submitting March to uphill, we're still waiting. Please explain. If Trump is elected president, will that affect us? I think so. I think he'll be canceling immigration. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Sahili Sanam. Let's see. I hope you're doing well. 2 months ago, she had her interview in Islamabad at the U.S. Embassy and unfortunately received 221G. And now I have 5 updates. They don't ask any documents. My case category is SIV. What's your next step? You have to wait it out. That's all you can do. And we can't take your case if you're SIV, unfortunately, because there's a class action lawsuit. So I'm very sorry about that. Very sorry. What other questions do you have? It says here, Max Payne, I'm in Nairobi, Kenya, and I've been pending in administrative action for 5 years now. What? That's crazy. Max Payne, what kind of visa are you seeking? 5 years of administrative processing? That's bonkers. I'm hoping that person, 5 years of administrative processing. Dang, that's cruel. That's so. Has anyone ever heard anything? I mean, we had one case that was in administrative processing for 9 years. And we have one we're working on right now that was 8 years. So that's rough. Here's somebody. Look at this comment. When I hired Josh and his team, my husband's I-130 got approved within 1 month. Here's somebody who says, I'm gay. Okay. In Nairobi, they want you to pay under the table. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, people. Anybody in administrative processing for 8 years or 9 years or 3 years or whatever should reach out to us. You can always reach out to me using the link in my bio. Where am I from? Snack Girl Eats. Oh my God, Josh is the best guy. Thank you. If I were ever feeling down or having a bad day, I could just come on live. People say nice things about me. It's amazing. What is the success rate of mandamus after waiting 10 months? I think it would be very high. I think it would work. Um, oh, we have somebody from Nebraska, Shakur. Hello. Snack Girl Eats. I hired you, Josh, and you're great, and your team is wonderful. That's amazing. That's so cool. I'm so glad to hear that. Ooh, we have some questions on Instagram. Let's get to it. I have an asylum case. After how long can I do a lawsuit? I would say if you're waiting for a couple of years, uh, then you can do a lawsuit. Darkberry, how much to hire you? Well, it depends on what you need help with. What kind of case do you have? What's going on? And that's why we offer free strategy sessions and consultations so we can learn more about you. Here's a question. Hey, Josh, can you file a mandamus for an I-290B that's been pending for 15 months? You could, but I'd like to know a little more about that. Why did you file? Why did you file the I-290B? Did a lawyer help you with it? What were you trying to get out of it? Because if I take your money to do a mandamus lawsuit and your case is screwed up, you're just going to get denied. And I don't want that to happen. I'd rather have you keep your money instead of giving it to me and then getting denied. Not everybody that hires us gets approved, but we want to make sure they do get approved. We don't want to just take your money and then have you get denied. That would be terrible. It's bad for you. It's also really bad for us because there are plenty of immigration lawyers out there that take money from people and don't do anything and give people disappointing information and tell them to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. So, I don't know. You can book a consultation with us using the link in my bio. Um, Here's one, Elizabeth M. My husband and I had our green card interview October 2023, and we haven't heard anything yet. Our lawyer is no help. Yes, we can help you with that. That's a great case for us. We can make you happy and help you get your green card. As long as your marriage relationship is legit and you live together with your husband and everything's straightforward like that. If you tell me you're living with your husband and in fact you're not, then you're just going to get denied. You know what I mean?